Okay then, so now I want to talk about functions in TypeScript, and we're going to focus on two different parts of a function. First of all, the arguments in a function, and then also the return value of a function, right? So I've got a function here already set up, which takes in two arguments, a and b, and it returns the sum of those arguments. And so far, this looks identical to a function in regular JavaScript, except we get these little errors right here where the arguments are. And that's because we're not telling TypeScript what types these arguments should be. Now, in regular JavaScript, we could invoke this function and pass in any types of data as arguments, and it wouldn't cause any errors or bugs until runtime, right? So I could pass in a string and a boolean into this function, and we find out if there were any errors or bugs with that when we come to run the code. It's not going to tell us beforehand. But in TypeScript, we need to specify the types of arguments we want this function to accept. And then when we invoke that function, it won't let us pass in the wrong types. And that's going to result in less runtime errors and bugs because we've already fixed the problem ahead of time. So then, let's give these arguments a type. So we'll say that A must be a number and B must also be a number. And we can also explicitly tell TypeScript what type of value this function must return by adding a colon after the parentheses and then adding the type itself. In this case, I want the function to return a number, so I'll write a number, and that means if I try to return a different type of value now from the function, then it won't let me, and I'm going to see an error telling me that this is the wrong return type. All right? Okay, cool. All right, so now let's make another function, but this time I'm going to create the function as an arrow function just to show you both types. We've got a regular function right here. Now we'll do an arrow function. So to do that, we can say const, give the function a name. We'll say subtract two numbers. We set that equal to a function this time, and we're going to take in two arguments again. We'll call them a and b, but they can be whatever you want, and they're both going to be numbers. So we'll say the type of a is a number, and then the type of b is also a number. This is going to return a number. So again, colon after the parentheses, then number. And then because this is an arrow function, we use the arrow and then open up the curly braces. So we're pretty much writing the function in the same way. It's just that this is an arrow function and this isn't. All right, now currently notice this error. And it says right here, a function whose declared type is neither undefined, void, or any must return a value. So basically we're saying here, we want to return a number, but we're not actually returning anything yet. So let's return, and then it's going to be this time a minus b. And now that error goes away because we are returning a number. All right, so let's try invoking these functions. I'm going to say add two numbers, like so. I'm going to pass in two numbers, so 3 and 9, for example. And this works, we don't get any errors now. But if we try to pass in something that's not a number, for example, a string 9, then this is not going to work. And if I try to pass in something different here, like a boolean, this isn't going to work either. Now the error is going to away here, and that's just because it's reading this first. But if we get rid of this error by changing it back to a number, then it moves on to the next error it finds. And it says this one is a string, it should be a number. So let's change this back to a number, and everything works. Okay, the next one, subtract two numbers. Again, if we invoke that, then I can pass in two numbers and that works fine. However, if I change one of these to a string, it's not going to work. Awesome. So that's really helpful. Hopefully you can see the benefit of typing these out, because then when we come to invoke these functions at a later point in time, it's going to minimize the errors we make by making sure we pass through the correct types of data that that function expects. Right, so let me do another example. I'm going to create another function, this time called add all numbers. And inside this function, we'll accept an argument called items, which will be a number array. So number, then square brackets. Now, this function is going to look at this items array, and it's going to take all the numbers inside it, add them all up to a total, and log that total to the console. Now, we're not specifying a return type right here, and I'll explain why shortly. For now, I want to paste in a line of code which grabs us that total. So we take the items, which is an array, and we use this array method, reduce, which we can do, by the way. Let me just grab this right here. We can use array methods because this is an array. TypeScript knows this is an array, so it gives us access to all of the different array methods and properties right here. If we try to use something that wasn't an array method, then it would give us an error, but this is an array method, so we can use it. So we use that reduce method, which fires a function for each element inside this array, and it basically adds them all up with a starting position of 0, and it returns that total right here. Okay, so we have that total value. Now what I'd like to do is log that to the console. So console.log, and then we will say total. Okay, now the reason I've not specified a type right here to return is because we're not returning anything. So if I come down here and say add all numbers and then pass in an array of numbers, so I will say 5, 7, 9, 11, 3, 2, 1, then the return type of this, if you take a look, is void. We don't get a return. And this void type means nothing is going to be returned from this function. Now we can't explicitly type that right here, void, and that's going to do the same thing for us, except this time it's not inferred. Where we didn't have this, it infers the return type, but when we explicitly type it, then it's explicit. Now, if we were to return the total, then this is not going to be valid because now this is not void, this is actually a number. So we would have to specify a number right here to say the return type is a number. But again, if we don't specify that return type, TypeScript is going to infer it looking at the type of this. So if we hover over this function, we can see it's inferred the type of number as a return type. Okay, I'm going to go back to void and not return anything. All right then, so now this all works. Let's try previewing this in the terminal because we do log it out. So hopefully you've still got those watch commands running in the terminal. I'm just going to open this because I have, and we can see the node one has restarted this file, and we can see this output right here, 38, which is the total, I think, of all these numbers. Awesome. Okay, so there's one more thing I quickly want to mention in this video, and we have already touched upon it, and that is return type inference. So I'm going to paste in a function right here, and this function is called format greeting, and it takes in 2 arguments. A name, which is a string, and also a greeting, which is a string. Now, inside here, we return basically a template string, which combines these two. So it takes the greeting first, and then the name. So this could be good morning, and this could be Mario, and it could be good morning, Mario, that we return, which is a string, right? Now, we're not actually explicitly saying what the return value is right here, but TypeScript is going to infer it for us. So I could say const result is equal to format greeting, like so. I'm going to pass in the 2 arguments, so the name, which is Mario, and I'll just say hello right here for the greeting. And now if I hover over result, it's going to say that this result is of type string. So it inferred what value type is being returned right here. And it knows what value type is being returned because this is a string. And it knows it's a string because we're explicitly returning a template string, right? We're not returning a variable that it doesn't know. We're saying it is a template string right here. So this is the same as just putting up here string. It infers that type, but a lot of the time we don't need to put that up here. So that's pretty much it for functions. Hopefully now you can see the benefit of typing these arguments. And also, by the way, just when it comes to inferred types, if we don't explicitly say the type right here, so if I don't say string right here, then basically I can return any type over here. So if I wanted to here, I could say return 10, and it's going to let me. However, this function really shouldn't be returning a number, probably. So it sometimes is beneficial to say what the return type should be if you want to enforce that down here, because now you see we get an error because we're not returning a string. All right, cool. So like I said, there's functions in action. In the next video, we're going to look at another type called the any type.